Hello and welcome to another video by Day Night Gaming. In this video we'll be taking Alchemist from levels 50 to 60 in the MMORPG known as Final Fantasy XIV. Now before we begin, there's a long list of items that we need to purchase for use as materials for the recipes that we're going to be crafting in this video. But please keep in mind that if you are not planning to meld your gear as deeply as I have with materia, then it's highly recommended that you purchase high quality materials to help boost your quality bar to make up for any control stat differences that you might have versus what I have in my gear. So the material that you need to purchase will be 1 arm and wing, 2 bat fangs, 1 bat wing, 1 beastkin blood, 36 beehive chips, 1 black scorpion, 1 blue landtrap leaf, 1 blue Yarzon leg, 1 cotton yarn, 6 Damo saliva, 1 distilled water, 3 Dravanian spring water, 1 effervescent water, 1 elm log, 9 gelato flesh, 1 gill bun, 1 grass viper, 1 grenade ash, 4 hollow chestnut lumbers, 3 hard leather, 4 hard silver ingot, 12 hard silver sand, 12 ice trap leaf, 2 iron sand, 1 mandrake, 1 matron's mistletoe, 7 pudding flesh, 1 red landtrap leaf, 9 rock salt, 1 rosewood branch, 1 sandworm fang, 1 spoken blood, 7 quicksilver, 1 vicious secretion, 8 volcanic rock salt, and 1 U-log. Aside from those materials, you also need to buy any cheap materia 1, as well as very specifically a quick tongue 3 materia. So here we are at Severian, the Guildmaster in the Alchemist Guild, and we're going to be picking up the level 5 job quest known as the Second Principle, which will have us craft 3 bottles of antidotes. Now we're going to be crafting it in high quality, but you don't need to because you only need to turn in normal quality. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, and that should finish it off. And from there, if you need to, you can do another Standard Touch, but you don't have to. Then go ahead and end the craft with 1 basic synthesis, and that should craft 3 bottles of antidote with that 1 crafting recipe. So from there, we're going to turn these into Severian, the Guildmaster, to complete the quest. After that, we're going to speak to Severian again and pick up the level 10 job quest known as All of Your Beeswax. And we're going to be crafting a bunch of these. So for the first one, it's up to you if you want to craft high quality or not. But definitely after we craft the first one, we are going to use quick synthesis. So go ahead and do it however you want. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Inner Quiet, and then Innovation, then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, and after that, go ahead and finish the craft with Basic Synthesis. Okay, so after you've crafted your first beeswax, from then on, we can start doing Quick Synthesis. So we're going to go ahead and do that from here on out. So go ahead and click Quick Synthesis instead of regular Synthesize, and then max 11, and then click the Synthesize button. And as you can see here, it's going to quickly pump out beeswax until you finish all of them. Of course, after you've crafted all 12 of your beeswax, some of them are going to be high quality, including that first one we crafted. So we're going to have to lower the quality on the high quality ones to make them all normal quality. And then we're going to merge them all into one stack. Because when you're turning in stackable quest items, you have to turn them all in as the same type of quality. You cannot give some in high quality and some in normal quality. It must be all of the same type. Alright, so here we go. We now have finished our 11 quick synthesis. So now we're going to open up our inventory. We're going to click our high quality versions. Then we're going to lower the quality. And then we are going to merge the 2 stacks into one big stack of 12. After that, now we can turn them in to Severian the Guildmaster to complete the quest. Alright, so now we're going to talk to Severian again and accept the level 15 job quest known as For Fair Love. And what this is going to do is we're going to have to craft a potion of intelligence and a potion of dexterity. And both of these can be turned in as normal quality, so you don't have to high quality them. But we're going to go ahead and do that anyway. So here we go, we're going to synthesize the first one. And we're going to start off with Inner Quiet. And then after that, we're going to hit Innovation, and then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, basic touch, and then standard touch again. That should max out your quality. So from here on out, it's up to you if you want to keep going with that, but we're just going to do basic synthesis to end off the craft. And now we're going to craft a potion of dexterity. Once again, this doesn't need to be high quality. Normal quality is fine. So we're going to go ahead and synthesize it, but we're going to go ahead and try to make it high quality. So we're going to do inner quiet, innovation, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, and then standard touch. Once again, that should max out your quality. So from here on out, just one basic synthesis should finalize the craft. Alright, there we go. Now that we have both of those, we're going to talk to Severian the Guildmaster again and turn in both Potion of Intelligence as well as Potion of Dexterity. And after a quick cutscene, we're going to have to head due north towards the Aetheryte telepoint. And from there, we're going to teleport to the Gladiators Guild. And once we get there, we're now going to head due west and speak to Ardara and hand over our Potion of Intelligence as well as our Potion of Dexterity. After doing so, then we'll head back to the Alchemist Guild and speak to Severian to complete the quest. Alright, there we go. After doing so, we're then going to speak to Severian again and grab the level 20 alchemist job quest known as the Alchemist Tome. And this will have us crafting an engraved hard leather grimoire. And then after doing so, we're going to meld it with our cheap materia one that we purchased earlier. Now, as you can see here, one of the items that we need to use as a material is called enchanted iron ink. And we're going to manually craft this because generally speaking, they're actually expensive on the market board. Now, you do not have to high quality it, but we're going to do it just because. So we're going to start off with inner quiet, then innovation, and go basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, and then we're going to end off with a basic synthesis. Alright, so now that we've crafted our enchanted iron ink, we're now going to craft the next material that we need, which is going to be a hard leather grimoire. So we're going to go ahead and synthesize this now. And it does not need to be high quality, but we're going to do it anyway because we're here. So we're going to start off with inner quiet, and then innovation, and then basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. And this should max out the quality because this is a very low level craft. From there, we can finish it off with basic synthesis, and that should max out the progress with one hit. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and do that now. And there we go, we've synthesized a hard leather grimoire. Now please keep in mind, this is not the end product. We're now going to use this as a material for our engraved hard leather grimoire. So now that we have it selected as a material, we're now going to go ahead and synthesize now. Alright, so we're going to start off with inner quiet, then innovation, and then basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch. And if you need to, you can do that again 2 more times. But you shouldn't need to because the quality bar should be finished at that point. So then we're going to do 2 basic touch. Alright, so now that we have engraved hard leather grimoire, we can go ahead and meld materia into it. And we're going to be doing the cheap materia that we bought, the cheap materia 1. So I'm using a Battle Dance materia 1, but any materia 1 will work. So we're going to go ahead and meld that now. And once it's melded, then we can turn this into Severian to complete the quest. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and hand over. Yes. And there we go. Alright, so now we're going to speak to Severian again and grab the level 25 job quest known as Practical Alchemy. Now this time we need to actually craft high quality items for our quest turn-in. And the item that we're going to be crafting is a natron. So go ahead and type in natron in your recipe search. And as you can see here, once again, it must be high quality to complete the quest. So just in case you're wondering, I'm going to show you the gear that I used in my previous video, and I haven't upgraded since then. Now please keep in mind, for these crafts going forward, you're still way over level, so you do not need to meld materia into this gear if you haven't done so already. In fact, you probably don't even need high quality gear anyway, so use whatever gear you have accessible to you, as your personal level will already be way above the target level for this section of the video. Now if you think that your stats are not high enough to complete these crafts, feel free to eat high quality blood bullet safe food as well as high quality cunning craftsman syrup to give you a boost on CP as well as control. So now we're going to go ahead and craft a natron, and we're going to start off with inner quiet because this must be high quality. So we have to work on our quality bar. So there we go, inner quiet. After that, we're going to follow up with a innovation. And then we're going to do basic touch, standard touch, basic touch. Now our durability is going to be at 10 after we do this. So we're going to use Master's Mend to get that durability back up to 40. And then after that, we're going to do innovation again, basic touch, and then standard touch. Now if you need to, you can do another basic touch. You still have the durability for it. And then after that, with our final 10 durability, we're going to end off with veneration into basic synthesis. And that should complete the craft, giving us a high quality natron, which will then turn into Severian to complete the quest. So now we're going to turn in our high quality natron to Severian. And after a quick cutscene, we're going to speak to Severian again and accept the level 30 job quest known as Baleful Bruise, which is going to have us crafting 3 high quality weak blinding potions. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, and then after that we're going to use Waste Not 2, and this is going to give us 8 turns of 50% durability on our durability expending actions. Then we're going to use Innovation, and then we're going to do Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And you can repeat this a couple more times if you need to. After that, when your quality bar is finished, we're going to use Veneration and then Basic Synthesis to complete the craft. So here we go. Veneration, Basic Synthesis. And now we've crafted 3 high quality weak blinding potions with that one craft. So we're going to turn all 3 into Severian. Alright, so after a quick cutscene, we're now going to head due north to the Aetherite Crystal, and then we're going to take the telepoint to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Once there, we're going to turn around and head due west into the alleyway and speak to Wibulia and hand over our high quality weak blinding potions. After that, we're going to teleport back to the Alchemist Guild and speak to Severian, the Guildmaster, to complete the quest. After that, we're going to speak to Severian again and accept the level 35 job quest known as Ceased and Assist. Now we have to speak to Dietrich, the guild receptionist. So we're going to head due west just a little bit, which is right there. And we don't want to exit the Alchemist Guild. Just want to speak to the guild receptionist. After that, we're going to head back to Severian and speak to Severian again. At this point, we're going to have to craft a high quality high ether. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and synthesize that now. So recipe search high-ether. Alright, here we go. And synthesize. And we're going to start off with Inner Quiet. And then we're going to follow up with Waste Not 2, and then Innovation, and then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And if you need to, which you probably will need to, you can do 2 more. So Basic Touch, Standard Touch, and if you need to, again, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And then to finish off the craft, we're going to do Veneration, and then 1 or 2 basic synthesis. After you've crafted your high quality high ether, go and speak to Severian again and hand it over. And after a quick cutscene, we will complete the quest. Alright, so now we're going to speak to Severian again and accept the level 40 job quest known as Might Made Right. And you're going to notice that our level is almost to level 51, which is great because we want to be level 52 before we start our Lev quests. So for this quest, we need to craft 3 high quality high potions of strength. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, and then we're going to do Waste Not 2, followed by Innovation, and then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And most likely you'll need to do that again, so Basic Touch, Standard Touch, and keep doing Basic Touch and Standard Touch until your quality bar is maxed out. After that, we can then use Veneration and then Basic Synthesis to complete the progress bar. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And then Veneration and Basic Synthesis. And there we go, we've crafted 3 high quality high potions of strength with 1 craft. And we're going to turn them into Severian to complete the quest. Alright, so now that we've completed this quest, we should be level 51. So we're going to speak to Severian the Guildmaster again and accept the level 45 job quest known as Ultimate Alchemy. And this is going to have us crafting a high quality Mega Potion of Intelligence, a high quality Mega Potion of Mind, as well as a high quality Mega Potion of Vitality. Now these crafts are going to start getting harder and harder because we are getting closer to the level that we currently are. Now these should still be doable. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet and then Waste Not 2. From there, Innovation and then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Now you definitely shouldn't have a maxed out quality bar. So you're going to do Basic Touch again, as well as another Standard Touch. And if you still haven't maxed out your quality bar, at this point, you can do Great Strides into Byregot's Blessing to max it out. Once your quality bar is maxed, we're then going to do Veneration, and then 1 to 2 Basic Synthesis to max out the progress bar. So that's 1, and then our second one should complete it. And now we have crafted a high quality Mega Potion of Intelligence, and now we're going to move on to the Mega Potion of Mind. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and synthesize. And we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, and then Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And if you haven't maxed out your quality bar at this point, you can do Great Strides into Byregot's Blessing. After that, we can then go with Veneration, and then 1 to 2 Basic Synthesis, depending on your craftsmanship. And there we go, now we've crafted a high quality Mega Potion of Mind. Last, we're going to work on the high quality Mega Potion of Vitality. Once again, Inner Quiet, into Waste Not 2, into Innovation, into Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Again, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, and if needed, Great Strides into Byregot's Blessing to max out the quality bar. From there, we're going to use Veneration and then 1 to 2 Basic Synthesis to finish off the progress bar. Alright, and there we go. we've crafted a high quality Mega Potion of Vitality. With all 3 of them crafted, we're going to speak to Severian the Guildmaster and hand them over to complete the quest. Alright, so now we're going to speak to Severian again and accept the level 50 job quest known as Momentary Miracle. After that, we're going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint to the Sapphire Exchange. Once we get there, we're going to turn around and head due west and speak to Woboulier in the Pearl Lane. After that, we're going to head back to the Aetheryte Crystal and teleport to the Adventurers Guild. Once there, we're going to head toward the Adventurers Guild to the left. And right when we enter the double doors, we're going to turn left and speak to Elvain. After that, we're going to head due south and speak to Memanaru. And lastly, we're going to head due west and head toward Rorich, the independent importer. And next to him is Leiloma. So now we have to craft a high quality budding rosewood wand. But before that, one of the materials that are used to craft this item is actually very expensive, and that's the growth formula gamma. So we're actually going to be crafting it manually in order to save a lot of gil. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click the growth formula gamma. Then we're going to search for item by crafting method. So we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And now you'll notice that we only have 20 durability left. So we got to be very careful with what we do next. So we're going to try and max out our quality bar with one shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate Innovation, and after that we're going to do Great Strides. And these two are going to power up the next ability, which we're going to use is called Byregot's Blessing. And that'll max out our quality bar. After that, we have 15 durability that we can use to spend on building up the progress. So we're going to do Basic Synthesis as many times as is needed to craft the item. So now we've crafted high quality growth formula gamma. And we've already previously crafted Mega Potions of Mind that are in high quality. So we're going to use those as well. So we already have a big shot of extra free quality when we're crafting our budding rosewood wand. As you can see here, we already have 618. So now we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And we still have a lot of durability left. So we can do Basic Touch again, as well as Standard Touch again. And if you need to, you can do it one more time. Basic Touch, Standard Touch. And you'll still have a lot of durability afterwards. We still have 35. So from here, if you need to, you can do another Basic Touch. But we're going to do Veneration. And then we're going to do Basic Synthesis 2 more times. And as you can see here, we still have 15 durability after those actions. So, like I said, if you needed a little bit more Basic Touch and Standard Touch, you could do it. Alright. So now that we have our high quality budding rosewood wand, we have to meld in, very specifically, the Quick Tongue Materia 3 that we purchased at the start of the video. So we're going to go ahead and meld that now. And after doing so, we're now going to head back to the Alchemist Guild and turn it into Severian. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and turn in our high quality budding rosewood wand that has been melded with Quick Tongue Materia 3. And now, after a quick cutscene, we'll go ahead and complete the quest. And this should get us to level 52. Let's see. And here we go. Yep. And we got about, 15% into the level, which is great. And this is going to save us a lot of gil. Alright, so now that we've gotten to level 52, we're going to teleport to the city of Ishgard by taking the Foundation Teleport. Once we get there, we're going to take the Aetheryte Telepoint to the Sky Steel Manufactory. So as you can see here, Aethernet, Sky Steel Manufactory. And then we're going to turn a little bit to the right, just a little bit. And we're going to head due west toward the Temple Leves. And we're going to stand in between Eloin, the Temple Levmet, and Fionnuala. Now we're going to be needing 422 CP for this first section of the video. So I'm going to show you the gear that I used, but you don't need to meld as deeply as I have with materia. But you need to make sure you get to 422 CP minimum after eating food and buffs. So I do recommend using high quality Blood Bowl safe food as well as high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup. It's very important because these Lev quests are extremely difficult at this level. There we go. We're going to speak to Eloin after we eat our food and our potion. And we're going to grab the level 50 Lev quest, not the level 52, but the level 50 Lev quest called Forged from the Void. This is very important. This is a very good Lev quest, so we only have to do this once to get pretty decent amount of EXP. So now we're going to start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Innovation, then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch. Now we've used up all our innovation stacks, so we're going to activate innovation again. Then we're going to do Basic Touch and Standard Touch. Now we're running out of durability at this point, so we're going to use Master's Mend to get us back up to 40 durability. After doing that, we're going to activate Great Strides. And then we're going to finish off the quality bar with Beauregard's Blessing. After that, all we got to do is work on the progress. So we're going to do Veneration and then Basic Synthesis. And just in case you need to, you could do Basic Synthesis a second time if your craftsmanship is a bit lower than mine. There we go. Now that we've crafted one, we gotta craft two more. So we're gonna go ahead and use the same rotation that we used earlier. Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Master's Mend, Great Strides, Beauregard's Blessing, Veneration, and ending off with one or two Basic Synthesis. Alright, so now we've crafted 3 high quality void glue, and we're going to turn them into Fionnuala. So we're going to hand over the first one. Yes. Complete. Submit additional, yes. Hand over, yes. Complete. And now the third one. Yes. Hand over. Complete. And as you can see here, now we're level 64, which is great, because now we can grab the next Lev quest, which is really good. But before that, I'm going to show you the gear that I used. Now, please keep in mind that at this point in time, for the rotation that we're going to be using, we need to have at least 440 CP after all food and buffs have been used. You don't have to meld as deeply as I have, but I definitely recommend upgrading the gear to the gear that I'm using and make sure that it's high quality gear, because this craft is actually very difficult to do. Now, if you don't have as much material as I have, then feel free to use high quality materials to help you give a little bit of boost to your quality bar to make up for a lack of control stat. So now we're going to speak to Eloin, the Temple Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 54 Lev quest known as Warding Off Temptation. And this is going to have us crafting 3 high quality enchanted hard silver ink. Now this is a very hard Lev quest, so I highly recommend eating high quality Blood Bowl safe food And if you need more CP, high quality Cunning Craftsman syrup, because you're gonna need to get your stats up. And also, if you need to, feel free to use high quality materials to help you with your quality bar. Alright, so now we're gonna craft our enchanted hard silver ink, and we have to get this high quality, and we're gonna be crafting this 3 times. So we're gonna start off with Inner Quiet, followed by Waste Not 2, then Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, then Standard Touch. Then we're going to do one more Basic Touch, bringing us to 5 durability. That's very important. Now we're going to use Master's Mend to get to durability 35. Then we're going to do Innovation, followed by Great Strides, and ending off with by our God's Blessing to max out our quality bar. Then we're going to do Veneration, and we're going to do Basic Synthesis 2 to 3 more times, depending on your craftsmanship. And that should craft a high quality enchanted hard silver ink. Now we're going to have to do this 2 more times, so we're going to use the same rotation that we just used. So Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, and another Basic Touch. Then Master's Mend, Innovation, Great Strides, by our God's Blessing, Veneration, and finishing off with 2 to 3 Basic Synthesis. Alright, so now we've crafted our 3 high quality enchanted hard silver inks, and we're going to turn them into Fionnuala. So we're going to hand over, yes, complete, submit additional, yes, hand over, yes, complete, and our final 3rd one, submit additional, yes, hand over, yes, and complete. So for the next section of the video, we're going to need at least a bare minimum of 447 CP, because these crafts are extremely hard. So we're going to talk to Eloy, the Temple Levmet, and we're going to grab the level 56 Lev quest known as Volunteering with Staff. And it's going to have us crafting hollowed chestnut wands. But before that, we're going to be crafting manually the growth formula epsilons, because these are extremely expensive and we don't want to buy them from the market board. So we're just going to craft them ourselves. So I'm going to show you how to craft the first one if you want to, high quality it, but you don't need to. But we're going to start off with Inner Quiet. After that, Waste Not 2. And then Innovation. And then Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch again, and then Standard Touch. And we're going to finalize with one more Basic Touch, bringing us to 5 durability. At this point, we're then going to use Master's Mend, Innovation, Great Strides, by our God's Blessing to finish off whatever quality bar we need. After that, we are going to use Veneration, and then 1 or 2 Basic Synthesis, and that's going to craft a growth formula epsilon in high quality. Now for purposes of this video, we're just going to quick synth the rest of them. Okay, so you can quick synth them or you can manually craft them, it's up to you. But just keep in mind that we're going to need a total of 12 of them by the end of the video. But I'm just going to quick craft all of these, so here we go. And once we get all of those done, we're then going to craft the high quality hollow chestnut one. Now please keep in mind that this Lev quest is not a triple turn-in. They're single turn-ins. And the reason why we're not doing a triple turn-in is because the actual quest that requires triple turn-in for this level area requires a master recipe book. So we're just going to go simple. Anyway, I'm going to lower the quality of all of these growth formula epsilons. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to show it that it can be done with normal quality materials. Alright, so now that we have all our growth formula epsilons, we're going to craft our high quality hollow chestnut wand. And we're going to start off with muscle memory because this craft is extremely hard. Extremely hard. Then we're going to use inner quiet. And that's going to allow us to build up stacks. And we still have a couple more stacks of muscle memory, so don't worry about that. Then we're going to do final appraisal. And then we're going to do waste not 2. And then we're going to use basic synthesis to bring up our progress bar. And then we're going to do innovation, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, another basic touch and another standard touch. And then we're going to do master's mend. That's going to bring up our durability. And after that, we're going to do innovation again, basic touch, and then standard touch. And we have 2 more stacks of innovation after that. So now we're going to do great strides into by our God's blessing. And that should cap out our quality bar. And now all we got to do is finish our progress. So we're going to finish off with basic synthesis. And there we go. A high quality hollow chestnut wand. And we're going to go ahead and craft 2 more just to speed things up. And we're going to be doing the same rotation. So muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, waste not 2, basic synthesis, innovation, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, basic touch, standard touch, master's mend, innovation, basic touch, standard touch, great strides, by our God's blessing, and finishing off with basic synthesis. Alright there, so we've crafted at least 3 high quality hollow chestnut wands. We're still going to have to make more, but this is good enough for now. So we're going to turn our first one into Fionnuala. And yes, complete. And because this is only a single turn in, we have to get the Lev quest again. So we're going to speak to Eloin, the Temple Levmet. And we're going to grab the level 56 Lev quest known as Volunteering with Staff. So level 56, there we go, volunteer with staff. Okay, accept. Okay, and we're going to turn it right into Fionnuala. So we're going to hand over another high quality hollow chestnut wand. Complete. And then we're going to speak to Eloin again. I'm going to grab the level 56 Lev quest again, volunteering with staff. Accept. And then we'll turn it into Fionnuala again. So here we go, hand over, yes. Complete. And as you can see here, we're almost to level 60, but we're not quite there yet. So we're gonna have to make 1 more to finish this off. And I think I might have miscalculated. Okay, so I'm gonna need to quick synth another 3 growth formula epsilons real quick. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Quick synthesis. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. And then yeah, we're gonna go ahead and lower quality on this one, bring it down to normal quality. So lower quality, yes. There we go. Now we have 3 normal qualities. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and craft our final hollow chestnut wand. Once again, we're gonna be doing the same rotation. So muscle memory, inner quiet, final appraisal, Waste Not 2, Basic Synthesis, Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Master's Mend, Innovation, Basic Touch, Standard Touch, Great Strides, Fire God's Blessing, and finishing off with a Basic Synthesis. Alright, so now I've crafted a 4th high quality hollow chestnut wand. So we're going to speak to Eloin, the Temple Levement, and we're going to grab the level 56 Lev quest known as Volunteering with Staff. And we're going to go ahead and turn it into Fionnuala. So hand over, yes, complete. And that should get us pretty deep into level 60, but looks like maybe 30% in. Alright, thank you, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider hitting that thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button, and ringing that bell for future notifications on videos that I might be posting in the future. And in case you're interested in supporting the channel even more, I do have a merch website at streamlabs.com/DNGdangerous/merch. And until next time, take care, goodbye.